Hey guys, welcome back to tutorial number 15. So at the end of the tutorial today, this is what we are going to create. Basically at the back layer of the two-ways bus route screen, we are going to have a Kivy Garden Mapview in which we can have the marker of the bus route in both directions. So as you may know, in Singapore, one single bus service number can actually travel in two directions. So for example, if there is a bus of service number 123, it can travel from the north of Singapore to south of Singapore, and then it can also travel from south of Singapore to north of Singapore. So if that is the case, as the user navigate to the bus route screen, we want to show both the routes of the bus in different color. So before I get started with it, if you haven't downloaded my app from the Google Play Store, which is called My SG Transport, feel free to download it and play around with it. Google Play Store, and then you can go and search for My SG Transport, and this is my app. So you can download this app and play around to get a better understanding about what we are going to build and achieve at the end of this tutorial series. And also if you can contribute to my channel, I'm really appreciate about that. If you like my work and if you can support me to allow me to continue to do the things I love to do, feel free to support me on buymeacoffee.com. So the next thing that we want to look at is basically a general recap about what we have built so far. So this is our app. So we are at the home screen. So as we click on the bus, right, it's going to bring us to the bus stop screen. Well, we cover bus stop screen in tutorial 456. If you haven't done that, go back to tutorial 456 and look at bus stop screen. As we click on the bus stop banner and the back layer of the backdrop, it's going to bring us to the bus arrival screen with this function called go to bus arrival banner. So in this screen, we're going to have the list of all the bus services that are available at a particular bus stop. Then we are going to have the estimated arrival time of the next bus 2, and next bus 3. So as you click on this bus arrival banner, it's going to bring you to a screen called bus route screen, or I also call it as one-way bus route screen. The reason why I call it as one-way bus route screen is because we are aware about the bus stop that this bus is going to arrive. We are aware about the estimated arrival time, and therefore we only want to display the route of this bus in this particular direction, which means we know the bus direction, and therefore we want to display only the direction of in this particular direction of the bus. So the white color representing the bus stop which the bus is going to arrive, and then the black color are the bus stop that the bus has already arrived and passed through. So so this is our one-way bus route screen, and then if you click on the bus services screen, we are going to come to our bus services backdrop with front layer and back layer. So this is bus services screen, which we already covered in tutorial 7, 8, and 9. And as we click on the banner, it's going to bring us to this two-way bus route screen. It's a backdrop. So we will also have a front layer and back layer, and at the back layer we are going to have the map view, and then the front layer we are going to have a list. So this one is two-way bus route screen is exactly the same as a one-way bus route screen, but the problem is here we don't know which bus stop this bus service is going to arrive. So or maybe I said that we do not know the bus direction. In fact, we know the bus direction. If you refer to the documentation, section 2.2 bus services, we know the direction of the bus from the bus services information. So as you click on the bus service banner, we are going to call a function called bus route general, and this is going to pass the bus service data, which is this one. We have the direction information, but we don't know exactly which bus stop this bus service is going to arrive next. So what I want to display to the user here is all the possible routes of that particular bus service number. For example, bus service 123, it can go from this bus stop to that bus stop, and it can also go from that bus stop to this bus stop. So whenever there's two directions for a particular bus service, I want to display that to the user. And for that, I'm going to display in this mode, in which I will show the marker in two different colors, unlike the one-way bus route screen, in which I will show the marker like this, in which white color are representing the bus stop that we are going to arrive, and then black color are representing the bus stop that we have passed through. And then in this two-way bus route screen, we don't know which bus stop the bus is going to arrive, but I want to show the user all the possible routes. Or by all I mean that it could be one or two. So if there are two ways that this bus service can travel around, then I want to show it on this two-way bus route screen, so that the user is aware about that this bus stop can travel from this direction to that direction, and then it can also travel from that direction to this direction. So it's more like a general bus route demonstration, and that's the reason why I use the word general here to differentiate between the load bus route function and the load bus route general function. Okay. I hope you understand about that and you're clear about that. And then eventually in tutorial number 17, this tutorial is going to be 15 and 16. We're going to handle the front layer. And during number 17, we're going to have a link between the two-way bus route screen and one-way bus route screen to the bus arrival screen. So as you click on the bus route banner, it's going to bring us, no matter you are in the one-way bus route screen or two-way bus route screen, both of them is going to bring us back to the bus arrival screen. And from here, as you click on the bus arrival banner, again, it's going to bring us back to the one-way bus route screen, and this loop is going to continue and continue. Okay. So let's look at how we can create the map view at the back layer of two-way bus route screen. Let's close this. And then as usual, if you come to my web-based version of tutorial on my website, the first step you want to do is to add the map view, include the map view into the bus route general backdrop layout.py, so that we can have it at the back layer of the backdrop. So here is my script, and then I will look for bus route general folder and the backdrop. This is where I want to include my map view. So moving next, let's see. Moving next, under the change screen function, if screen name is equal to bus route general screen. Okay, I want to include this. So if screen name is equal to bus route general screen, I want to have this. Make sure they are aligned properly. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is try to check if the back layer has got any map view or not. If there is any map view, I want to remove that before I create a new one. So here I instantiate the bus route general map view class, and then I add it to the backdrop back layer. And then I want the map view to center on the current latitude and longitude. So the next thing you want to do is create an object property. So we define the map view is going to be an object property at the top, which is here. And then in the bus route general folder, we want to create a bus route mapview.py. So of course, we define the map view in the main.py. Definitely we want to create the class inside this bus route mapview.py. So copy all this, paste, save it. So this route bus stop data general and opposite route bus stop data general are going to be the data that we want to retrieve from the main.py. We haven't created the function to create this data yet, but for the sake of showing you, This will be the example. This one is for this route bus stop data, and this one it will be the opposite route bus stop data. So it's going to be a list inside a list of lists. So inside a big list, there is individual list of bus route data, bus service number, operator, direction, bus stop sequence, bus stop code, things like that. So same for opposite route. The difference between this route and opposite route is that their direction are different. So this one is in direction 2 and then this one is in direction 1. So in our main.py, we are going to use the function, or we are going to write some code to create this data, and then we're going to pass it here through this app.getRunningApp. Okay, so we have two different routes data. One is called this route bus stop data, the other one is called opposite route bus stop data. So here we have two functions. So for this route bus stop data, we want to use this as this at bus route this. Then we are going to pass the bus stop information here to create a marker on the map view. So we're going to take the latitude and longitude, which is position number 13 and 14 in the list. This is the latitude, this is the longitude, and then we are going to use this bus route marker class and opposite bus route marker class to create the marker on the map view. Okay. So since we imported the marker here, the class, this bus route marker, opposite bus route marker, of course we want to create the Python file, and that will be the next step. So we create, before that, for the map view also, in addition to the .py Python file, we also want to create the Kivy file, and this is going to be the code inside the Kivy file. So as we create this map view, on let and on long, as the latitude and longitude of the map view is changed or as is first being created, it's going to call this function called accept route data, which is going to be this one. So this function will be called, and then this codes will be executed. Okay. So we create a bus route general marker.py, and then inside there we are going to have the class for our marker. This bus route marker, the image is going to be the black color dot, and then the opposite route is going to be a red color dot, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, then we use pop-up menu, which is the next thing that we want to create. So we create a bus route general pop-up menu, and then inside here we are going to use the bus route MD dialog. So as you click on the marker, this one, either the red or the black color one, is going to pop up menu MD dialog. So in the MD dialog, we are going to show all this information. What is the service number, the operator, direction, stop sequence, blah blah blah. All this information we want to show inside the dialog. So this set attribute is going to set the value that we pass here inside the bus route data to this header, and then they're going to be passed to this bus route MD dialog inside the KVMD UIX.dialog. We're going to pass it here, bus route dialog, and we're going to pass it here, and then our builder.loadString is going to use the information from the root, which is the class. This is our root, and then we are going to use that to create our bus route MD dialog. Okay, we are going to define what is our bus stop code, and then the value is going to be root.busstopcode, and so on. Okay, I think I explained this multiple times, so I don't want to go into detail again. So the next thing that we want to do, so this one, if you use my version of KVMD for my GitHub page, you already have this in the KVMD. The same for this bus route MD dialog, you will already have this inside your kvmd.uix.dialog. So the next thing we want to do under the main.py, we want to import the bus route general map view class. Of course, to use that, you need to import that. So on the top, save it, and then in the main.py under this load bus route general function, this is where we are going to create our this route bus stop data general and also opposite bus stop data general. Before we are able to pass it to the map view. So let's copy this whole thing and look for load bus. Okay. For now, this is what we have for the load bus route general. Okay, but then now we have a full function over here, except that no, we just replace the whole function with the one that we have. But make sure that you have the proper indentation. Okay. So this function is being called from bus service screen load bus route general. Okay, as we click on the bus service banner, it's going to call this function, and then it's going to bring us to this screen. Before it brings us to this screen, it's going to do something in between, which is in the end we want to create the data that will be used. In the end, we want to create this data, this route bus stop data general and opposite route bus stop data general. So how do we create this data? So we'll come back to here, and then in the load bus route general first, okay, this is the bus service data. This is an example of bus service data that we get from the bus service banner. As we click on bus service banner, this information will be passed here. So we're going to make use of this information. We have the bus service number, we have the direction, we have the origin code and destination code. So first we are going to retrieve the total bus stop information, and then we are going to retrieve the total bus route information. This is being already retrieved at the top of the class while the app is being started. So we have this information available. So first we check what is the bus service number. So it's 184 for example, and then where is the origin of this bus? This is the origin, for example, and then we make a initial declaration that assuming that the route direction is 1, and then we create empty array. We call it this service both way route data, which means that we will use this array to append to collect all the bus route data that is related to this bus service, no matter is direction 1 or 2. Okay, so for the route data in total route data, if the route data 0, which is a service number, is equal to this route service number, so we'll check all the data inside this total route data. If the service number of the route data is same as the bus service data, then we are going to append that route data. Okay, so once we have this list now consists of all the bus route data for this particular bus service, for example 184, but it's a mix of direction 1 and direction 2. So now we want to separate them. So how to separate? What two things we want to check? We will check if the route data 4 is referring to the origin code is equal to this route origin. So initially we have this route origin, which is this one, and then we are going to check inside the route data position number 4 is also actually it's also origin code. Bus route data 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, sorry, number 4 is bus stop code. We are going to check if the bus stop code is equal to bus service origin code, and then if the stop sequence is equal to 1. Okay, if both of these are true, that means we can confirm that this route direction is equal to route data 2. Okay, this one. So if these two were if this we are checking these two, if both of these are true, that means we can confirm that this route direction is equal to route data 2. Okay, route data 2 are referring to 0, 1, 2 this direction. Okay, And then so now we have the this route direction being conformed. Okay, so then we define two new lists. Okay, for route data in the this service both way route data. Okay, now this list still consists of a bunch of route data for a particular bus service, but in both direction. Now we want to separate them after we conform this route direction. If route data 2 is equal to this route direction, for example, if route data 2 is 1 and then this route direction is also 1, so we will use this route bus stop data to append all those route data which the direction is same as the this route direction. Otherwise, we will use the other array, the other list to append all the remaining data. So now we have one list for direction 1 and one list for direction 2. Okay, but now we want to create a new list. The reason why is that with this information, the route information for route data is not enough because the route data, bus route data doesn't have the latitude, longitude, and the bus stop description. So we want to have that, but how do we get that? That's the reason why we are referring to bus stop data, because we have the bus stop code here, so we can match this bus stop code against the bus stop code here in order to get the description and latitude and longitude. Okay, that is what we are doing here. First, we convert the tuple to a list. Okay, for data in this route bus stop data, we convert it to a list, and then for bus stop in total bus stop, we are checking. We are trying to match the bus stop code, and if they are matched, we will append the description of the bus stop, latitude of the bus stop, and longitude of the bus stop. Okay. Same for the opposite one. We do it the same for the bus route in the other direction. And then we say that, okay, self.this route bus stop data general, and then the other variable, self.this route bus stop data general is equal to this route bus stop data new, and then opposite one is equal to opposite route data new. Okay, so these two variables, we are sending them, we are storing them, we are storing this information in these two variables. Okay, we put a self so that you can actually retrieve the information from other file. Okay, so after that we need to define these two at the top, which is the next step. So we define it here. This route bus stop data general is an empty list, and then opposite route bus stop data general is empty list. So now we have the information available. Then we will be able to use this information from the map view. Okay, app.get running app. It will allow us to retrieve the information from the main.py. Okay. So as we are navigating away from the bus route general screen, as we are leaving this screen, okay, we want to set these two variables to empty list again. We don't want it to keep the old information, because as we come back to this screen, it's going to recreate a map view. Okay. So for the sake of doing that, we can come to the change screen function, and then at the bottom of it, we can say that if the screen name is not equal to bus route general screen, we want to set these two variable to empty again. Excuse me. So the last thing we want to do is we have the map view. Of course, we want to create the GPS blinker inside the map view. That is the reason why we always can have our GPS helper. So we create another Python file here, which is called bus route general GPS helper, and then the code is similar to the helper that you use in other screen, like bus stop GPS helper, bus service GPS helper. Now for this screen, we have bus route general GPS helper. So basically the function of the GPS helper is, as it is instantiate and being called to run, it will call the blinker on the map view to blink, and also it will check if the platform is an Android platform, and then you will try to get the permission to access the GPS on your device, and then after is able to get your GPS location, you will call the function called update blinker position. So blinker position will be updated, and then the map view is going to center on your current latitude and longitude. And also at the same time, we want to update the latitude and longitude on the main.py, so that as you navigate to other map view, you will be at the same position. Okay. Also, it's going to give a warning to the user to enable the GPS if the user didn't actually enable it. Okay. So last but not least, we have to ask the GPS helper to run if we are in the bus route general screen. Here is it. So let's save it. I think we are all set. Let's run it, and yeah, hopefully it will work. Okay. So so first, bus stop screen, this one, and let's go to bus service screen so that we can navigate to this screen. Now we are at bus service screen. This is the bus service banner. As we click this, boom, it's going to bring us to two-ways bus route screen. So now you see we have a marker in two color, the black color for direction 2. Okay, we have the service number, and then the bus stop description of that particular marker, latitude and longitude. And we also can click on the red one, the same service number you can see, but this time the direction is going to be different. And then we are also going to have the stop sequence information and bus stop description. So this one is stop 20, this one is 19. Yeah, cool. So in the next tutorial, we are going to handle the two-ways bus route screen front layer, and then in tutorial 17 we are going to link all together. Okay, and then after that we will be able to go to the MRT LRT, which will be a lot more interesting. We're going to learn a lot of things in the MRT LRT screen, in which we will have several functions like we are going to have the train service alert. We are going to have our train map, and then okay, we are going to use the Kivy tab to have the train fare being listed out in this screen. Okay, so I hope you will stay tuned to the series, and if you have any question, leave your comment below. Let me know if you have anything that you don't understand. Recommend it to your friend, ask them to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and that really helpful to grow my channel. So I hope to see you in the next one. See you, bye bye.